Hey there, it's Ashley here. Welcome to Createful Christmas. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a snowman. Let's get started. For this project, you're going to need a canvas. I'm using an 8x10 canvas panel, something to put your paint on, a jar of water, your variety of brushes, your acrylic paints, I'm using heavy body, and paper towels. And some white glitter if you'd like to add glitter. So we're going to be doing this very similar to the kids lesson that we did over at Createful Kids. You can find that and there's a link in the description below. Theirs is a little bit different. Ours is going to be a little more professional and take a little bit longer. So what we're going to start out with is the white. So grab your white acrylic paint, give yourself a good amount here. And what you're going to be doing is covering the canvas with the white, and then we're going to add the sparkles on top. So just take your medium flat brush here, and the acrylic's going to make that glitter stick. And you're going to find, kind of like almost the center, and make a line that goes over to the edge. Use just a little bit of water to spread that paint. Make sure there's not a whole lot of like bumps in the edges. Okay, you can't see this part really well because it's white. Sorry guys. Okay, and you're just going to cover this area all down here. Okay, make that nice and smooth. Okay, and then you can grab your glitter and shake it on there, and it will stick to the acrylic paint. Okay, shake a little bit of it off, any extra stuff. Make sure you got all the areas you want it. Take your paper towel and press down. This will guarantee that your stuff will stay and stick. Then you can quickly move on to the hat, which is black. So grab your black acrylic paint. Okay, and then you're going to find your flat brush that's small, kind of like this. See how it's flat at the top? And you're going to add the rim of the hat right above that white line. And I'm just using the width of the brush and the sides of the brush to make the line. And I'm getting a little more thick with my brush here. Then I'm going to move the hat up right through here. And the hat comes in like this. It's a kind of curved line. Okay. And I'm going to end up covering some of this hat. But for now, I'm just going to grab my wide brush, my medium wide brush, and fill that in with black. And just fill this in. Then right over here, we're going to make like a white wash looking thing. And we're going to have some brown in here. And I'm just going to take my bronze yellow here and add some orange to it. You can use yellow and black to get this color. Add a little red to that. And a little bit of blue. That's going to give us our brown. Okay, and I'm going to use my smaller flat brush for this. And I'm just going to mix it with my brush. Just make sure you don't press down too hard so that it gets it right up here. You don't want that. Okay, I got somewhat of a brown color right here by just mixing less of the blue in there. But just come in here and add some of that brown. This is just part of the under layer. Then you're going to add just a little bit on top of this, like that. A little bit on the edge here, like that. Okay. Let's reach this line over here. Doesn't matter that it's covering the entire back area. Again, this is just an under layer right here. Okay, now we're going to add some black to this layer. And just come in here and just kind of go over it a little bit. Like that. Should we get up to this line? Doesn't matter that there's a little bit of white showing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that. I'm going to make the rim of the hat a little bit bigger because I've decided that's what I want to do. Sometimes I have more of a plan of what I'm doing, and other times I just go with the flow. You guys are just kind of going with me. So make this a little bit thicker through here. And you have glitter down, and the glitter will kind of make it a little bit chunky. Just come in here and you can scrape it off. No big deal to scrape it off. You can just come in here with my fingernail and scrape all that off. And then I just take my brush and go up to the edge. Yeah, I like the thicker hat. It needed that. For now, this is what it's going to look like up through here until that dries. I'm going to grab my round brush and I'm going to put it in my black here. And I'm going to make eyes. Okay, you can take your finger and kind of scratch where you want your eyes to be. And I'll move some of that glitter. And then just go like this. I'll take it off. So I'm just going to start with like an oval shape. Okay, and then I'm going to make another eye over here. And scrape off a little bit of that stuff. Now if we would have put the glitter on after this, we would have gotten glitter all over the hat and the eyes and everything. So this is the way to do it. Okay, and I'm just making kind of like a teardrop shape for the eyes. They're going to be coal, so they're not exactly completely round, and they don't have to match each other. Now we're going to put on some eyebrows. To do that, I'm just going to grab my round brush again and just make a line like that, going up, a slanted line like this. Okay, for now you're done with the eyes until that dries. Now we're going to draw the nose. Now we can make a nose similar to what the kids made here, or we can do a carrot nose. It's up to you. I'm just going to do it similar to what the kids made, but I'm going to outline it with black. So it's a round shape like this. Now we can go ahead and fill that in with red. So grab your red, and then I'm filling in this with red. Now you can go ahead and you can scrape all this out if you'd like. It'll make it easier to paint in here. Just scrape it out with your finger. And then like that. And it'll get off all the glitter in the spot that you don't want your glitter. Come in here and fill in that circle. And that black will make it look like it's shadowed. Okay, now with your red, you're going to come up here and you're going to make a line right above where that brown line is, or where the hat starts right through here. Alright, now I can put the smile on. I'm going to rinse out my brush, make sure it's nice and dry, and I'm going to use my black, and I'm just going to make circles where I want the smile. Whatever you want to do with the smile, you can make it however you'd like. You can be creative. I'm just going to go all the way up to about right here. Okay, that's good for the smile. So your black should be dry right through here. You can check it. You're going to grab some of your white and you're going to make shines on it by just drawing like a little line like that. Okay. Now we can work on this color right over here, and what we're going to put right here is some blue. So I have my blue here, and I'm just going to mix in this, and I'm actually going to make it kind of like a yellowish blue, kind of like the color that I usually go with on Createful Art. So I want it to have just a little bit of green to it. See how I did that? Make sure my brush is nice and clean. And I'm going to grab my flat brush. And this is going to be the sky. And this is now dry. So what I want to do, this was the underlayer, I want to pretty much go over all of this. But I want it to be transparent like that. I'm going to go along these edges here with the blue. And then we're just making sure I go up and down, and then I'll come in here with my wide brush and make it nice. So grab my wide brush here, make sure it's nice and clean and dry. Nice and dry. Get the blue paint on there. And then just come in here and kind of make it a little bit more solid colored. Okay. You can go side to side and that will make it a little smoother. Right through here. Okay. Then you want to come back and go up and down. Okay. So that's the color right there. Okay, now you need to add some of this color throughout here. So what you're going to do is you're just going to dry brush it. That means this is dry and your paintbrush is going to be dry, and it's just going to have a little bit of paint on it, and you're just going to come in here and just kind of scratch the paint, adding a little bit of that color. Okay, right over the top. It's called dry brush. And that will make this color look like it belongs. You can go along this edge here, like that, kind of making a little line. And then this edge right through here. And this edge. See how it makes it look like that belongs now, that color? And you have some of that brown in here. You can add a little line right through here. Okay. And then you can add just a little bit of that blue color dry brushing around your snowman. Just the very edge, like this. You can water it down a lot because it's just a glaze. And you can come in and add some right up here. Some of your sparkles will come off a little bit, and then a little bit under the nose here, kind of a shadow, and under the eyes. A little bit through here. Okay, now you're ready to add the shine on your nose, because it should be dry. Just grab your brush here and your white, and you can add the shine. Now if it's not dry, it'll turn pink. So it looks like mine's not dry. I have to wait a little bit longer. And if that's fine if that happens, because you can just go over it. Okay, now you want to grab your blue and your yellow here, and you want to make a green color. Now the reason why I'm not just grabbing my green right here is because I use this color and that color to make these colors, and if I combine these two colors, it's actually going to look better and look like the colors go. Okay, so I'm going to make some holly here, and I'm just going to start with the point, come down, and a point, and come down like a curved V. And then this point comes in, kind of curved line, and this point, so it's going to look kind of like a diamond shape. Okay, and then this is going to curve into this line, this is going to curve into that line, and then this, from this point I curve up, I go off my paper there, and come back in. Okay, and then I can fill that in. Okay, and then I'm going to make another one going this direction. Go out like that, curved out like that, comes in, points, comes in, points, comes in. Right, and then you can fill this in. Wash out your brush. Doesn't have to be completely washed out. You're going to come in here, grab your black, and go along these edges. And it's going to kind of blend because it's not dry. That's what you want. Just going to make it a darker green along the edge. This is just going to give it the shadow it needs. Just kind of outlining it. Right? And then you're going to paint a line in the middle. Just like that. Okay, do the same thing on this one. And a line down the middle. Okay, now you're going to put 3 little circles right here with your black and your small brush. This is the holly. These are the berries on the holly. And this is just going to be the underlayer, so no big deal. Kind of fill out how big you want them. And I would go a little bit past the rim of this part of your hat, just to give it some more fun detail. Okay, now what you can do is clean out your brush. Okay, you can add any designs that you'd like in your hat. Okay, and I'm just going to add some stripes in here. So, and I'm going to kind of make them curved. Okay, and then I'm going to take my brush again, put some white on it, And I'm gonna add in the shine on here, like a little shine here, right where the black line is. Come in here and kind of give it a little bit of that shine on one side by blending that white with some water. See how it does that? Just moving that white over. Now I should be able to fill this in with red now. And that black separated the red from the red in the hat. See how that worked, and see how I'm going in a circular motion? Now I have to let that dry before I can add the white on top. So what I'm going to come in now and do is add a little bit of white on top of each of these to make it look like those are stones or coal. See how that works? Okay, you are almost done. Just gonna add the white on top here. So this is the shine off the berries. Make sure this part right here is nice and white. Okay, my friends, you are done. Here's the finished snowman. I hope that you had fun. Thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you soon with another Christmas art project. Bye!